So today I'm going to show you unarguably the best back workout that you can do with no equipment at just a calisthenics park. No rings, no weights, no weighted vests, nothing. Just bars and just your own body weight. Before we start, there's going to be 3 exercises and every exercise is going to be performed with 2 sets until failure, right? And the rest time between sets is going to be 3 minutes. Yes, 3 minutes because then you can recover enough for the next set and you can go full energy on the next set, right? See, the first exercise will be the wide grip pull-up. So with this exercise, you're pulling in the frontal plane, which means basically like this, right? and you're pulling vertically with your elbows flared. So that's mainly going to target the lats, but also your whole back. You're going to have some biceps and forearms in there, right? So to hit your lats more, because that's the main goal of this movement, you want to imagine to drive your elbow, right? So that's your elbow to the side of your body, right? Basically, imagine driving it into your hips. That's the best how I could explain it, right? Also, some other form tips. Go to a full dead hang at the bottom and hold this position for the top a little bit, right? So hold it for like half a second, 1 second. Also, please control the negative. Don't swing around too much and keep your form clean, right? Also, another thing, do not go too wide on these pull-ups, simply because when you go too wide on a straight bar, you can cause some shoulder issues because your shoulder has to internally rotate to keep up with the wrist rotation. So keep it moderately wide, wide enough where you can like pull your elbows down to your hips, but not too wide where you have to like where it hurts basically. So next exercise, second exercise, right, would be the chin up. So the chin up is a movement where you're pulling in the sagittal plane, or in other words, you're pulling with tucked elbows, right? You're pulling with tucked elbows towards your hips. So this targets mainly the lats and the biceps because of the supinated grip, but generally also your whole back, some upper back, and forearms, obviously, right? So to hit the lats more, you want to imagine the following, right? You have your elbow, and you want to drive it down, and you want to keep it as close to your body, if not in front of your body, as possible, right? You want to imagine driving your elbow down into your stomach, or not stomach, into your hip bone, basically, right? Down like this, and try to stay as tucked to your body as possible. Don't flare your elbows on this exercise. We had that last exercise, right? So again, form. Go to a full dead hang, hold the top position for like a second, and then control the negative. Also, don't swing. If you want to stop swinging, quick tip, just squeeze your abs and your glutes a little bit, and you should have a decent clean form, right? So, if you don't want to do this exercise because you don't want to do any more vertical pulling, that's fine. That's no problem. The alternatives would be either any kind of neutral grip pull up, or you can also do any kind of closed grip inverted row, right? Now it doesn't matter if it's pronated and closed or supinated or neutral. However, I wouldn't recommend the pronated grip for this one, simply because then it's harder to keep your elbows tucked to your body, right? Right, when you have pronate, imagine you have your wrists sort of in front of you, right? It's pretty hard to not flare your elbows. However, when they're supinated or neutral, it's very, very easy to keep them close to your body. It's basically your body's natural movement pattern, right? So if you don't want to do a chin up, I would recommend you simply a neutral grip inverted row, for example, or any kind of other closed grip row. If you want, you can also do neutral grip pull up if you like that more. But yeah, that was the second exercise basically, and a pulling exercise where you have your elbows tucked to your body. Next, and this is also the last exercise, would be a wide grip inverted row, right? So with this, you're pulling in the transverse plane, which is basically horizontal pulling with your elbows flared, right? You don't wanna keep them tucked this time. You want to keep them flared on purpose, right? Because this fires up your upper back muscles. So, like I said, it targets your upper back and also some arms. You're gonna have some forearms. You're gonna have some biceps, etc. Right? But it's mainly gonna be upper back. So, a form cue to hit your upper back more is very simply to imagine when you're at the top, you want to squeeze your shoulder blades. You don't want to be protracted like this. You want to pull your shoulder blades down and back, right? And this really gonna fire up your mid traps, your rhomboids, your lower traps, rear delts, etc. Right? So when you pull up, think about pulling your shoulder blades together. Also, again, control the negative and hold the top position for a little bit with your shoulder blades retracted. This is really gonna, you're really gonna feel it in your upper back, right? So that's basically it. This is probably gonna be the only back workout with no equipment that you're ever gonna need. We're covering lats, upper back, rear delts, everything that you ever need, right? So this is basically, yeah, like I said, only back workout with no equipment you ever need. It's the full guide. You don't need anything else. So yeah, that's it.